Hello and welcome. My name is Elizabeth Dunford. I am a mother, author, and entrepreneur, and today I wanted to answer a question that has been asked at me a lot, and that is, how do you balance writing and parenting? So let's get into it. First is you want to set a schedule or a routine. You don't want to be going around all willy-nilly and trying to sneak little writing splurts into your day. You want to wake up, feed the kids or child, and do things the same roughly every day. I know sometimes it's hard with doctor's appointments and school and all that other stuff, but you want to try and keep a schedule for yourself and your children so you and them know what to expect. Children love routine, they thrive on it, so I strongly recommend that. The next one is living in the moment. So if you are hanging out, watching a movie or playing with your children or your extended family or whoever, you want to be in that moment. You don't want to be off thinking about your story. You want to be enjoying the moment, enjoy the time with your children, because they grow up so fast and you don't want to look back and be like, oh, I don't remember much from hanging out with my kids because I was always thinking about writing. And then on the flip side, while you're writing, you want to be in the zone. You want to think about writing. You don't want to have to think about, oh, I have to take little Timmy to soccer practice or something. You need to be in the zone. It is crucial for your productivity. Third tip is set your child up for success. So what do I mean by this? So first, I want you to encourage your child to be independent. I don't mean completely independent, because too much of that at a young age is not good, but perhaps make them okay with playing on their own. Yes, playing with mommy or daddy is good, but you also want to encourage them to be able to thrive and grow their own imagination. Also, let's say you are writing, maybe if they know where the snacks are and they're kind of snackish, knowing that they can go and get a snack without having to interrupt your productivity is a good thing. My children also know how to use the TV, so if they want to put on something on YouTube or on Netflix, they can do that. They have that option. They know where the snacks are, the juice boxes, all that fun stuff. The other half of this tip is communication with your child. So I'll tell my children, hey, mommy's gonna go do some writing. If you guys are hungry, you can have a snack. If you guys are thirsty, you can have a juice box. You can get water from the fridge. Like anything that you know that they can handle, let them know that they can do it. Encourage them to work on their independence. So I know that if my kids grab the jug of juice out of the fridge and try pouring it, they're going to make a mess. But I also know that if they take their cup and put it up against the water dispenser on our fridge, they'll be fine. So I can tell them, you can do this. You are allowed to get water, you are allowed to grab a juice box, you're allowed to grab a snack, you can watch YouTube, you can watch Netflix, just, you can do it. You need to encourage them and remind them that they are allowed and capable of doing this, and tell them how long you think you're going to be. If you think you're going to write for an hour, then be like, okay, mommy just needs some quiet for an hour, you can do these things. Or if you think it's going to be longer, just be like, okay, mommy's going to do this. If you need anything, you can come get me, but you can have the selected things I already mentioned. The fourth tip, which also ties in kind of with the second one, is ties in kind of with the third one, is don't be a workaholic. So yes, you want to be able to communicate with your child and tell them, mommy's gonna go work, just do your own thing, but you also don't want to do that too often. Yes, you want to set time aside. My printer's turning off. Yes, you want to set time aside maybe once a day, twice a day to do writing, but you don't want to do it too excessively. You don't want to spend your entire day writing, let's say. You want to still be able to spend time with your children because they are your main focus. They are the joys of your life. You want to be able to spend time with them, and so it's important to not be a workaholic and to also take time to care for yourself, because as writers and parents, we often neglect our own needs and our own health and everything. So make sure that you don't overwork yourself and that you take care of your children and take care of yourself. My 5th tip, and probably one that I personally struggle with the most because I always feel so guilty, is ask for help. Ask your spouse or your significant other, ask a family member, can't talk, ask a family member, ask a friend, ask the people in your life to maybe take the kids out for a walk, or to hang out with them, to play, to take them over to their house. It's kind of hard right now in the pandemic, but it's still possible. You can still arrange something and ask for help if you need time to write. If you need an entire day to write, talk to like your parent or someone and be like, hey, I really need to do this. I have a deadline. Can you watch the kids for like a day, a couple hours, something like that? And it's hard, I know, and I always feel so guilty asking. And I often have people, like family, coming to me and be like, hey, can I take the kids for whatever time? And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I need the time to write, please. But yeah, so that's probably my biggest tip, is don't be afraid to ask for help. If whoever you ask doesn't want to help, that's fine. Try someone else. And tip number 6 is spend time with your kids. This is kind of the opposite of tip number 3, where you want them to be self-sufficient. You also want to spend time with your children and still bond with them. It's not all about work. It's not all about writing. You still want to be a parent to them. You still want to help them grow and teach them and all of the fun things, and just enjoy the time with them. So those are my 6 tips. If you have any more, leave them in the comments down below, and yeah, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!